What's going on, everyone? Broken Prophet here. Just decided to shoot this real quick video for you guys. Not really feeling like streaming today. I might later. I don't know. If I do, it'll be on Twitch. I never know until it's time to do it. But decided to do like a short video because you guys keep asking me about High John the Conqueror, and it's hard to do a short video on High John the Conqueror, John the Conqueror, John the Conqueror root. They're all different. But you gotta be like really deep into this stuff to know the difference. But a lot of you, and if you don't know, this is a John the Conqueror root. Okay, very easy to recognize because I know some of you been getting fake John the Conqueror roots. It has like a kind of wrinkly, if my camera will focus, there, got kind of a wrinkly, dimply appearance to it. And if you've ever had a real High John, it's got a distinct smoky smell. That's not native to the root. It's just part of the curing process. Now, John the Conqueror root, Ipomea jalapa, it's like a species of morning glory. The roots go way down, way down. I almost started dolomite just then, way down in the jungle deep. But it grows like almost 50 feet down, some, closer, some along the, right along up under there. But that's what's so hard about, wild crafting it or going out and collecting it yourself, because you never know, is it going to be right up under the surface or is it down? Every High John that you get is part of a larger root structure. All right, so it's not just this thing that's up under the ground. No, if you see it's got a distinct top and bottom where it was cut, and they just cut like pieces of, it's like a little tubular thing. They cut pieces of it and sell it. Now, what makes John the Conqueror so hard to understand is, people ask me, well, Prophet, is John the Conqueror a root or a spirit? And the answer is yes. I don't like giving non-committal answers. The answer is yes. All right. It's both. And you have to understand that before you work with this root. Okay. You have to understand that it's such, it's one of the quintessential hoodoo roots because it's one of the few that has an actual spirit attached to it or aligned with it. John the Conqueror is a spirit along with the root. Now, once you understand the spirit, then you understand the benefits of working with this root. Okay, real easy. John the Conqueror, that's why I say it's so hard to get like a hoodoo spell book if you don't understand Southern culture. So that's why I highly recommend The Secret History of Memphis Hoodoo by Tony Cale. Doesn't give spells, but it gives an insight into like root workers down south. But there were times when men would like get together and have bull sessions, bullshit sessions, whatever you want to call it. We still do. We just do it in like bars and stuff now, where men would get together and tell stories. Now, they weren't just some folks like Zora Neale Hurston said, telling lies. It wasn't lies, but folks would tell stories, and the most grandiose story would get the acclaim. Kind of like when you go fishing and you catch something that's like this, but by the time you tell that story like 6-7 times, the fish done got this big. So by the end, by the time you done told the story for 5 years, you damn near done hooked jaws and barely got away with your life. Well, people would tell stories of John or Jack, depending on where you were. And it was always an instance of, John was, some say he was a slave, some say he was an African king or prince that was caught and brought over. But it was always him getting over on the plantation owners, always, commonly referred to as Old Massa. And there was a common theme in the John the Conqueror stories. And that was him being smarter than everyone, him being trickier than everyone, him being luckier than everyone, and a combination of all of them, which, if you look at some of the most successful people on this planet, it's a combination of their wit, their intellect, because being witty and smart are two totally different things, right? And having a fair amount of luck. That's why people say, John the Conqueror, and they think it's might. You see it in all the blogs and the websites and shit like that, where they're like, well, he's just so mighty. But they don't tell you how he was mighty. If you don't understand this, you won't understand the energy of this root or the spirit, because he conquered trials and tribulations not from being the strongest. Not that's why I see statues of John the Conqueror, and it's like it's him holding a battle axe. I'm like, all you did was repurpose, like it's like a Shango or a Ogun statue, and just wrote John the Conqueror. And you could tell they've done it because a lot of times it's in Spanish. It said Juan el Conquistador, right? Matter of fact, I think we've got one of those candles. If I can show it to you, but anyway, he always won out through intellect, by being witty, things like that. And that's how he conquered. And that is how the spirit is. So if that's how the spirit is, it's not one of those things where it's like, oh, John, because you see it in a lot of these websites. They're telling you you can use this root to smash your enemies. But if you are from down here, you knew the stories. John ain't never smashed shit. John was too slick and too smooth to be smashing. If you want to understand the energy of John the Conqueror, think about, these old school juke joints, like what you saw in The Color Purple. John was the one sitting in the corner winning the card game, but no one knew why he was winning because he had like 4 aces always in his boot. All right. And what was in another boot? A damn straight razor. Okay. He was a smooth talker, a sharp dresser, and he had an answer for everything. And that's the energy of that spirit. He's a man's man. Okay. So it's common practice down here for just about all men to carry a John the Conqueror root. I have mine in my mojo bag. Some guys just carry the root itself because he was the epitome of masculine energy. Now, here we go. Somebody's about to ask, well, what about this type of man? What about this? I know the world we live in now, but look, men are men, women are women. All these little other things, that's just the seasoning on our steak. We still men, we still women. So we would carry John the Conqueror, like say going to a job interview, because John the Conqueror won't have you going in there kicking in doors saying, give me that job, boss. No, John the Conqueror will have you being able to say the right thing at the right time to get over. John the Conqueror, you take into court with you because and I know this personally, he'd make it so you were able to say the right thing at the right time to get over. And if you weren't the one saying the right thing at the right time, well, he kind of finagle some paperwork here or lose some paperwork there. You kind of get where I'm going with this. He's not kicking in doors like a SWAT team and dragging out money and giving it to you. No, he is the one that'll help you slick up on some money, or at the very least, help you slide into work and slide out before anyone noticed that you wasn't doing your damn job. It ain't gonna last indefinitely. Start doing your job, folks. But I think y'all kind of get where I'm going. And I know, we live in a world where information is everywhere. But, like my wife said, that came out of her family. If you're going to get you anything, get you some understanding. And a lot of times, everything that y'all are researching, because I use the air quotes, because research is supposed to give answers, but y'all are being led to more questions, and you keep looking at more questions and keep looking more questions, keep looking, and you're not doing any work. So y'all know we have like quarantine and stuff going on in a lot of places. A lot of y'all at home, sick of being at home, but now's the time, like my wife, we said in another video, now's the time to just get out and do some work, or no, stay in and do some work. Don't be out there coughing all over each other and stuff like that. But so this little bitty root, and it comes in a bunch of different sizes. I didn't, it's funny. I was preparing for this video, but I didn't prepare for it. But you guys know these things come like big as your hand or small and skinny, stuff like that. Don't let these places tell you that how the root looks is according to how it works. I saw that stupid shit somewhere, and someone's like, well, get you a high John that looks like a duh, and it'll help your duh. Some folks, there's a hotepper was like, well, people are scared of the high John root because it bears a resemblance to the black testicle. And I'm like, y'all killing me out here. You're killing me, Smalls. You know, it doesn't matter. Get you a big root, little root, whatever, as long as you have an authentic one and you're good to go. Now, you can carry it in a mojo bag. You can carry it in your pocket. Um, and what will it do for you? What is the benefit? Remember that juke joint analogy. Um, can you carry a high john to boost your sex appeal? Yes. Can you carry a high john to, like, help with gambling? Yes. Can you carry a high john if you haven't studied enough for a test, but you need to know a little bit enough to get by? Yes. All of the above. So the reason I just make this video this short was just so you guys just to help you understand what a high john is and what it is and what it does and what it doesn't do. Now, in all these instances that I just gave, all you gotta do is keep it in your pocket and rub it a little bit. See, that's the thing. Everybody wants to, like, put it in the candle, and you can put it in a mojo bag, and you can. People want to grind it up in the powder and use it, and you can. But normally, we just have it and rub on it a little bit. Matter of fact, Muddy Waters, blues legend, icon, has a song about John the Conqueror. And all he says is, and I rub my root. And I can't sing too much because, boy, copyright. But just, search for the video, Muddy Waters, John the Conqueror root, and just listen to the song. And he talks about all the things he's going through. And then what does he do next? He rubs his root. And I think that's perfect for this video, but also for, root working or any spiritual practice in general. He had a situation and he did the work, even if it was just rubbing his root. We all have problems, guys. And, you start looking for a magical solution and, and you're like, wow, this magic stuff is real and it's deep. A lot of these websites, man, are great. I mean, they're deep, but it leads to more questions. Meanwhile, your problem is getting worse because you're not doing no work on it. You start wondering, well, do I know enough? Do I do enough? Look, work off of what you know and just have enough trust in the spirits, plural, that, they'll get you through. Okay. So that being said, oh, sure. Now, look, I'm trying to anticipate y'all's questions. You guys ask, well, since it's a masculine root, can ladies carry it? And the answer is yes. Although I wouldn't recommend a woman carry a high john all the time. Simply being the spirit attached is a very masculine and domineering type of spirit. And no, it's not like he'll possess you and overcome you. But you'll take on a lot of those characteristics, and you trying to help your marriage, and then after a while your husband come home like, baby, it was fun for a couple of weeks, but you drinking up all the liquor, wanting to play cards all the time. And it sounds funny, but I've seen it happen. That type of masculine, what some people say is toxic nowadays, depending on who you are. Snowflakes say toxic masculinity, but it's just that old school, juke joining, dancing, drinking, fussing type of energy. Now, is it a time when that's necessary? Yes, my ladies, of course it is. When you're trying to break out of a like just life's monotony, and you find yourself at home all the time, and your girlfriends ask you to go out, but you just don't feel like, you ever been in a mood just you don't feel fun? John can help you with that. And you'll be out there knocking back shots and dancing and all kinds of stuff. If you are being held back, because it happens a lot. Ladies are held back in their jobs because it's very male dominating or oriented or whatever. Well, shoot, how John will get you past that? How John will bring out that boss in you? Just understand there's such a thing as too much of a good thing. And it might be time to take old John out your pocket and put him on your ancestor altar. All right. I could have made this video longer, but I want to get back to like just the short instructional videos, not live streaming all the time. I do the live streams so that you guys, we can keep each other, alive and going during this whole situation we got going on across the world. All right. But I realize, hey, I can't always do Hoodoo Man vlog and cut up with y'all. I got to go back to Hoodoo Unleashed and, teach you a few things. So Guys, get you a high John. You know, treat him well, and he'll treat you well. And let's see. The next fast classes are up on the site. Introduction to Hoodoo Part 2, as well as love spells. All right, Part 1. All right, so I think I'll focus, since I talked about High John, maybe, you know, the focus on these is using High John for those 2 instances. That's what I'll do. And then the next set of like love spells 2 might be on something else. Might be love spells with candles or something like that. All right. But anyway, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, take care of your loved ones, and hey, we'll get through this. All right, appreciate it. Feel free to go to the website. We got we got a couple of High Johns left. We got a few. We do. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. God bless.